Most people think that a heart is always found in the chest, like in humans and other animals they know. So, it often surprises people to learn that a shrimp's heart is actually located in its head. At first, this might sound strange or even wrong, but it is completely true. This fact has a simple explanation that comes from the way a shrimp's body is built. To understand it, we need to look at the shape of a shrimp, how its body parts are arranged, and what the word head really means in this case. A shrimp is an invertebrate, which means it does not have a backbone. Instead, it has a hard outer shell called an exoskeleton that protects its body. The shrimp's body is divided into two main parts. The first part is called the cephalothorax, and the second part is the abdomen. The word cephalothorax comes from two Greek words, cephalo, meaning head, and thorax, meaning chest. So, the cephalothorax is basically a combination of the shrimp's head and chest, all in one single unit. The second part, the abdomen, is what we usually think of as the shrimp's tail. When people look at a shrimp, they often call the front part the head and the back part the tail. However, this is not quite correct from a scientific point of view. The shrimp's head actually includes its chest, or thorax, too. That is why the heart, which in other animals is in the chest, is found in what looks like the head of a shrimp. The heart is not really in the shrimp's brain area, but rather in the part just behind it, still within the same shell covering. Inside the cephalothorax, several important organs are packed closely together. These include the shrimp's stomach, brain, gills, and of course, its heart. The heart is located near the top of the cephalothorax, just behind the shrimp's stomach and above the digestive organs. Since the head and thorax are joined together under the same hard shell, it looks as if the heart is inside the head. But in truth, it sits in what scientists would call the thoracic region, the chest part that happens to be fused with the head. If you were to gently remove the shell of a shrimp, as chefs sometimes do when cooking, you would see that the heart is a small, simple organ. It is not very large, but it plays an important role in keeping the shrimp alive. It pumps blood, or rather, a blue liquid called hemolymph, through the shrimp's body. This fluid carries oxygen and nutrients to different parts of the shrimp, helping it stay healthy and active. The main reason the shrimp's heart is in its head has to do with evolution and efficiency. Shrimp belong to a large group of animals called crustaceans, which also include crabs, lobsters, and crayfish. All crustaceans have a similar body plan, where the head and thorax are joined into one section. This design protects their vital organs inside one strong shell and keeps their bodies compact and streamlined. Having the heart close to the gills, which are also located in the cephalothorax, helps the shrimp pump oxygen quickly through its body. It makes sense for the heart to be near where oxygen enters the body because this helps the shrimp save energy and survive better. This body plan is very useful for animals that live in water. Shrimp need to move fast to escape predators, so their organs are arranged in a way that supports quick movement. The tail, or abdomen, is mostly made of strong muscles that help the shrimp swim. By keeping most of the important organs in the front part of the body, the shrimp can use the back part only for movement. This separation of jobs, the front for organs and the back for swimming, helps the shrimp live efficiently in its watery world. The shrimp's heart is part of an open circulatory system. This means that the blood, hemolymph, does not stay inside blood vessels all the time, like it does in humans. Instead, the heart pumps the hemolymph into open spaces around the organs. The liquid bathes the organs directly, bringing them oxygen and nutrients. Afterward, it flows back to the heart through small openings called ostia. This system works well for small animals like shrimp because their bodies are not very thick, and oxygen can reach all the cells easily. The heart beats rhythmically to keep this process going. The speed of the heartbeat depends on things like water temperature and activity level. When the shrimp is active, or when the water is warm, its heart beats faster. When it is resting or when the water is cold, the heart slows down. So, when someone says a shrimp's heart is in its head, they are telling the truth, just not in the way we might imagine. The shrimp's heart is located in the cephalothorax, the combined area of the head and chest. Because the shrimp's outer shell does not show where the head ends and the chest begins, it looks like the heart sits right in the head. This fun fact shows how amazing nature can be. Animals come in all shapes and sizes, and each one has its own special design that helps it survive in its environment. In simple terms, the shrimp's heart is in its head, because the head and chest are joined together inside one shell. This design is not a mistake, but a clever structure that helps shrimp live efficiently underwater. It protects their organs, keeps them compact, and lets them move quickly. Learning about this reminds us that nature's designs, even when they seem odd, always have a good reason. The shrimp's heart in its head is just one of many examples showing how wonderfully different living creatures can be.